Right, it's another edition of our VirtualX MasterClass. I want us to, the main reason why I picked this program is where I want us to calculate the balance. But let's look at how they set it in this particular exam question. It was in question 7, November 2010, final examination. Remember, this same drill all over again. Collecting the data is important. Timothy buys a furniture to the value of 10,000. I don't know what that is, but I know it's the price of the furniture. There is a price there of how much? It's 10,000. He borrows the money on 1 February. When you borrow the money, it's a loan. So I know that, thinking of PV now, that's the price there. He borrows the money on 1 February 2010. You borrow the money, there's time there, 1 February 2010, from a financial institution that charges, there comes the interest rate, at 9.5% per annum compounded monthly. So it's going to be 9.5 over 100, which is for percent, and 12 for monthly. So it's going to be 1,200. 1,200 compounded monthly. Timothy agrees to pay monthly installments. So I know it's annuities because there are monthly payments that are made. Timothy agrees to pay monthly installment of 450. I know my installments, it is 450 every month. The agreement of the loan allows Timothy to start paying these equal monthly installments from 1 August. There's another time there, 1 August. He will start to pay from 1 August. Okay? The first question is, calculate the total amount owing to the financial institution on 1 July. He will start to pay in 1 August. So we want to calculate the total amount owing to the financial institution on 1 July before this guy pays. March, April, May, June, July. So we want to find out, calculate the total amount owing to the financial institution in 1 July. He will start to pay in August. How much will he be owing in 1 August? So this becomes important. Right, let's go over it again. Timothy buys the furniture to the value of 10,000. This is captured. He borrows the money, that's PV, at this time, from a financial institution that charges interest at 9.5% per annum, compounded monthly over 1,200. He agrees to pay the monthly installments of 450. Those are the installments. The agreement of the loan allows Timothy to start paying these equal installments from 1. He starts to pay from 1 August. All right? 2010. Calculate the amount owing to the financial institution in 1 July. Let me just have my July here and see what is this saying to me. All right? So, before 1 August, he has not paid anything. He's starting to pay in 1 August. All right, calculate the total amount owing to the financial institution on 1 July. That time is important. How much is this guy owing in 1 July? Okay, I know that I've got 4 formulae to use. It's either present value or simple interest, present value or future value or compound interest. Now, I know that I will have to use my annuities, the present value or future value. In this particular case, the present value, if there are payments that are made every month. But the time that they're talking about here, calculate the total amount owing to the financial institution in 1 July. In 1 July, this guy has not paid a cent on the loan that he took of 10,000. So by 1 July, there are no regular payments that were made. So I shut off from thinking of annuities, whether present value or future value, because there are no regular payments that are paid in 1 July. Right? Calculate the amount owing to the financial institution in 1 July, just before he pays. Now, this is a typical examples of real life problems, where around August, September, you'll find shops saying buy now and pay in January. Buy now and pay in January. Now, what does that mean? It means when you don't pay, but the interest will accumulate. You'll still be paying for the months that you are not actually paying. So be careful of those sales. calculate the total amount owing to the financial institution on 1 July. So I know that it's going to be compound, because it's compounded monthly, I know it's going to be compound interest. But when it does not pay, when you don't pay your loan, will it go up or will it go down? When you don't pay, it will actually go up. So it is compound increase. So I know which formula to use. It is A is equals to P into 1 plus I raised to the power N. Okay? Calculate the total amount. We want to know when you start to pay in August, how much will you be owing? Remember, it was just 10,000 and you're not paying for it. Then the interest will come in there. So when you start to pay in January, in August, in actual fact, when you start to pay from 1 August, you won't be starting to pay 10,000. It will be something more than 10,000. So we want to find out how much more. If you don't pay, how many months are this? Timothy buys the furniture to the value of 10,000. He borrowed it on 1 February. When I borrow the money on 1 February, the first installment must be on 1 March. I did not pay in 1 March. March, April, May, June, July. So they want me to find out how much will you be owing on 1 July. So how many months did this guy miss? 5 months. So I know that the period that this guy actually meets is 5 months. And it's 5 months. In this particular case, you miss payments for 5 months. So I know that my end there will be 5 because this guy missed 5 months. So we want to know before he starts paying, how much will he be owing? So A is equals to, what is the original amount of the loan? It is 10,000. 1, 2, 3 into 1 plus, what is the interest rate? There in front of us, it is 9.5 over 1,200 because it is compounded monthly. 1,200. You close the bracket, you write N is 5 months. Okay, let's quickly calculate this. Just put it in your calculator. I see a 10,000, 10, 1, 2, 3, bracket, 1 plus fraction button, 9.5 on my numerator, 9.5. My denominator is 1,200. I close that bracket. I push the equal sign. What is it that I have? If you multiply this is what we get. 10,402,15. This is what we get. So before you start paying in 1 August, you will already be owing 10,402 rand 15 cents. That's what Timothy will be owing just before we start paying. So when you don't pay, the loan increases. Let's look at the next one. This next problem, how many months will it take Timothy to pay back the money? How much is the money that he owes now? This is the amount that Timothy owes just before he starts paying. When does he start paying? In 1 August. Now the question is, how many months will it take Timothy to pay back the loan? This clearly says to me, I'm looking for N. How many months? I'm looking for N. Right. Remember, this is the loan. So the loan uses the formula PV. So you write your correct formula. PV is equals to the installments into 1 minus into 1 plus I raised to the power minus N all over I. This is the correct formula to use. Right, do we know my PV? Do I know the loan? Yes, I know my PV at the moment. This becomes my PV. This one is my PV. How many months? N is what I'm looking for. Do I know the interest rate? Yes, we know the interest rate. What else? Do I know the installments? Yes, I know my installments. So I have only one unknown in this particular case, which is N. Let's work on it. Let's do this together. Okay, what is it that I'm looking for? I'm looking for N. Do I know my PV? Yes, I know my PV. This is my PV. The loan now after 5 months not paying for it. So it is 104, 10402, comma 15 is equals to, how much are the installments? This is my x. My x in this case is 450. I'll be paying 450 back every month, into 1 minus into 1 plus. How much is the interest rate? This is my interest rate, interest rate. It is 9.5 over 1,200. Close the bracket, minus n. That's what I'm looking for. I don't forget to close this bracket all over I. It is 9.5 over 1,200. I've got it all. I'm only short of my n in this particular case. Remember that when I've got n as the exponent, I'm likely going to use the logs, the logarithms. I know the definition of a log. A log of a number is its exponent at a particular base. Now, right, this is where we are. What is it that we want to get? We want to get into that n. If I want to isolate this n, what is the first thing to remove this side? I've got to take this, you multiply it with that one first. That's what we need to do first. It's just basically the calculator work. So we take this value, multiply with this one, so this one will go. The next one will divide by this one. The next one will take one that side. That's the process that we'll be doing. I repeat, I want to be left with n that side. So this is the first one to remove by multiplying it by it this side. The next one to remove will be this 450 by dividing it by both this side. The next one will be taking this one that side. Let's do those first and see what happens. I've got this 104, 02,15. I'm multiplying it by that one, so it's times fraction button. It's 9.5. My denominator is 1,200. What do I get? Okay, I got 82,350 something. I got a particular number actually screen, so I'm not going to run off this one. I will leave it as that. So this one is gone. Then I'm left with 82,350,35417. That's what I have. Once I remove this one, the next thing to remove is this 450 by dividing the value that I have by that 450. So I'm going to divide this 82, something divided by 450, my installments. This is what I'm left with. I'm left with 0,183000787. Punching the calculator is part of the game. Make sure that you punch it. So this one is gone, this one is gone. The next thing is to remove this one. If I transpose it that side, it will be minus 1. What do I have now? Let me write what we have now. I'll write it as it is. This side I will have negative 0,816999,213. This side, remember this was gone, and this one is gone, and this one was gone. I'm left with negative into 1 plus 9,5 over 1,200. This is raised to the power minus n. This is what we have. Fortunately for us, both sides are negative. Mathematically, we are allowed to remove this negative this side and remove that negative this side. This is what we have. What is it that we're looking for in this case? We're looking for n. And n in this particular case is the exponent. That's where the log comes in. Remember, a log of a number is its exponent at a particular base. So a log of this will be equal to minus n if base is this one. This is the base, this is the exponent, this is the particular number. So now we are saying a log of this number, you write it, you don't round off here. The log of 0,816999,213. A log of this number, if the base, you put the base down, it is 1 plus 9,5 over 1,200. A log of this number will be the exponent. What is the exponent in this case? It is minus n. That's how you go about changing it from and making the n the subject. Change it from exponential to log. Then from here, simple. You punch what you see. So it's minus n is equals to, I've got log, which log? That log. Log. Okay, I've got this. Down I've got 1 plus fraction button. I'm just pushing in this one. I've got 9,5. 9,5. My denominator there, it is 1,200. You close this. I go to the other one. I've got 0,816816 1 2 3 9s 213 213. Right, that's what we have. What is the answer here? Okay, let's write it. Answer at the end. Minus n is equals to 25,6315,128. I prefer that you write that whole number first. All right, that, remember, okay, it is also negative. Therefore, n is equals to, this is 25,6315,128. Therefore, n will then be equals to 25. It is 26. Right. Let's try and interpret what is this. What this says to us. Why am I now all of a sudden, instead of 25,63, I'm now writing 26? How many months will it take Timothy to pay back the loan? I'm saying the answer is 26 instead of 25,63. Let's understand that. What is this saying to me? If I interpret this, this is what it's saying to me. Remember, this guy is paying how much per month? He's paying 450 regular payments. Now, this is saying to me, this guy paid 25 full installments. That's what it means. On the 26th month, he was paying just a fraction of the 450. He was paying 0,6315,128 of the 450. So the actual payments that he made were 26. Even though he made 25 full payments, on the 26th month, he did not pay 450. He paid an amount which is less than 450, which is about 0,63 of the 450. So the actual payments that he made was 26 payments. Now, one child will say no, n is not 26. We'll say n, the actual n is 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. One child will say n is 31. A learner that says n is 26, I'll mark correct, and the learner that says n is 31, I'll mark correct. Why do I mark the learner that says n is 31? Remember that the actual loan, the 10,000, stayed with Timothy not for 26 months, in actual fact. Because there was 5 months that he was not paying for the loan. So the loan actually stayed with Timothy for 31 months. For 31 months. This is the time that he paid. He paid for 26 months, but there was 5 months that he was not paying for. So if you add the 5 to 26, you'll get 31. So both learners will be correct, whether the one says 26 or the one says 31. Thank you. Let's continue with our master classes. I want us to look at how do we calculate the balance. If you understand balance in this way, if you owe me 10,000 rand and you owe me 8,000 rand, how much is the balance? You say 10,000 rand minus 8,000 rand. The balance will be 2,000 rand. That's how simple the balance is. But let's look at the question. What is the balance of the loan immediately after Timothy has made the 25th payment? Remember that the total payment that this guy made were 26. The 25 payments were full, then the last payment was just a payment to go and finish what the guy owes. Now the question is, what is the balance of the loan? Balance of the loan immediately after Timothy has made 25th payment. I know that this guy was paying 450 every month for 25 full. Then on the last month he was going to finish up what he owes. So it is an amount which is lower than 450. So before I even calculate, I know that the balance that is being owed at the bank must be lower than 450. That's one. Now how do I calculate the balance? As I said, let's do it this way. Suppose I owe you 10,000 rand. If I don't pay you that 10,000 rand, it will grow for the number of months that I owe you. I leave what I owe you. The loan will be going up. But instead of paying for that loan, I go and invest the money that I'm supposed to pay you. If I put it aside, it will be as if I'm investing future value. If I put it aside, it will also grow. Then at a certain point of time, in this case after 25 payments, I will compare what I owe and what I have invested. I take what I owe, I subtract what I've invested, and see what is the balance. So in simple term, balance will then be equals to the loan. The loan will be going up, which is A, because I'm not making any payments on the loan, it will grow up. A minus my future value. This is the formula for the balance. What I'm owing is growing. I'm not paying for it, but I'm investing it somewhere so that I will have some money in future. In the future, in this case, is after 25 payments. I will see how much I've invested, and this one, the loan has grown up, and I will see how much I owe you. This minus that one. That's what the balance will be. So in actual fact, the balance then will then be equals to, is equals to, what is A? Do I know the formula for A? If the loan is increasing, it compound increase. It's going to be 1 plus, it's going to be P into 1 plus I raised to the power N. That's how my loan will be going up. Minus, what is my future value? Do I know the formula for the future value? Yes, I know. It is the installments into 1 plus I raised to the power N minus 1 all over I. Remember that I'm subtracting all this. That's what the balance is. This is the formula for balance if you are calculating the balance. After this, I will show you another way of doing the same thing, the balance. It is the loan that I owe you. It grows because I'm not paying for it, but I'm investing somewhere. So what I've invested at a particular time, it should be another some amount of money. Then I subtract the FV from A. Let's go on. Do I know how much I owe originally? The furniture was worth 10,000 rand. So the P in this particular case, it is 10,000 into 1 plus. Do I know the interest rate? Yes, it is 9.5 over 1,200. 9.5 over 1,200. Raised to the power N. After 25 payments, how much is the loan? The loan stayed with me for 30 months then, not for 25. I'm not going to use 25 because there's 5 months that I was not paying for this loan. So N in this particular case, it will be 30. Not 35. I hope you understand why. Because the question was, what is the balance of the loan? Immediately Timothy has made the 25th payments. When you make the 25th payment, there is another 5 payments that you did not pay for, and the loan was growing at that. Hence we use 30 there as your end. Minus. How much are the installments in this particular case? It is 450 into 1 plus, what is my I? It is 9.5 over 1,200. I've got to put this bracket here. Raised to the power N. Here in future, I'm paying now these installments. So I can't use 30 because I don't have to include the 5. So it will just be 25 in this case. Minus 1. You close that bracket. This is all over. What is my interest rate? It is 9.5 over 1,200. I close this bracket. Therefore, the balance will then be equal. I take my calculator and put that data there, that information there. Let's work it out together. It is 10,000, 10, 1, 2, 3, into 1 plus fraction button, which is 9.5. My denominator is 1,200. I close my bracket, power 30, 30, yes. I say subtract. I put that bigger bracket into 450, fraction pattern first. 450, 450, bigger bracket, another bracket. 1 plus, it's 1 plus fraction pattern 9,5. Go down to my denominator. It is 1,200 raised to power 25 in this particular case. Yes, it's 25. I move out there. I say minus 1. I close this bracket. I go to my denominator now. What is my denominator? My denominator is also a fraction, so it's 9,5. This is over 1,200. I go out again. I close this big bracket, and my calculator will give me the value. Right, the value I get here for my balance, it is 282,34. 358, so it's going to be 36. This is the balance that Timothy will owe. Did I expect to get a value like this one? Yes, because I expect to get a value lower than 450, because it's just going to pay off the balance on the 26th payment. This is how you calculate a balance. But furthermore, if suppose you don't understand it, let me try and find another way of calculating the balance. When we talk of the balance, it's the balance of what? It's the balance of the loan. And what formula do we use for the loan? We use PV. So we're saying to you, PV, balance of the loan, PV, is equals to the installments into 1 minus into 1 plus I raised to the power minus n, close this bracket, all over I. This is the formula to calculate the balance. If you don't understand this formula for the balance, simply go for this formula. They should both give us the same value. We'll check and see what we get. The question is, what is the balance of the loan immediately after Timothy has made 25 payments? We are looking for the balance of what? Balance of the loan. So this PV becomes the balance. So my balance in this particular case, the balance will be equal to, do I know the installments? Yes, the installments of this loan was 450. So it's 450 into 1 minus into 1 plus the interest rate. In this particular case, we've been writing it a long time. It's 9,5 over 1,200. You close that, minus n. Now there comes the trick. What is my n? I want us to go that side and look at what was the n that we got, because it's the n that you must write here. If we go this side, this is the n that we got. But we're not looking for the whole n. We want to find the n after making 25 payments. Once you make 25 payments, what is left over? What is the balance? It is 0,6315128. That's what the balance is. The balance of payment, it will be 0,6315128. That's why I left this one without writing a comma first before I write the solution. So when you talk of the balance after 25th payment, it should be 0,6315128. That's the n you write here in this side. That's the n that we need to write in this side of our transaction. Now we said the balance is the installments into 1 minus 1 plus the interest rate minus n. Remember we said our n is going to be, let me write it in bold, it's going to be 0,6315128. After this, you close this bracket, you open this one, you close this one. This is all over I. What is my I in this particular case? It is 9,5 over 1,200. From here, you go straight to your calculator, you punch and see what you get. Let's do this. It's a fraction pattern. Then we've got 450 into 1 minus bracket 1 plus fraction bracket fraction pattern 9,5 over 1200 close bracket to the power negative 0,6315 128 get out of there, close that bracket. I go to my denominator now. My denominator is also a fraction, so it's going to be 9,5 over 1200. Let's see if we get the same solution. Oh, yes. The balance, therefore, will be equals to, it's exactly the same. It's going to be 282,36. In other words, whether we use this formula for the balance or we use this formula, we get the same results. So it will be up to you which one do you prefer. I'll go for the second part. Remember, the trick with the second one is when you write your end. Remember, we want the balance after the 25th payment. You see what we have after the 25th payment. If they were asking us a balance after the 24th payment, we're going to have 1 comma something there. Thank you.